Let's go, friends. Are we live?
We're live. Yay.
Are we live? Can you hear us? Can you see us?
We have not been live in a long time.
It's been too long. Hello, hello. This is Jenny and Jose.
Yes.
Going live on the YouTube. This is us chatting with all of you. Not sure how many of you will join us because we never announced this. So This is very impromptu. You know, this is one of those things where it's like we just keep planning and planning and planning. And to be honest, we've started doing more lives on you now, and it's gotten into just a decent practice, a really great practice of just, hey, let's just do it. And so hello, Anthony. It's good to see you, man. So we've just gotten into this little habit, I think, of we'll just jump in. So
we're really trying to start this month off, really just committing to just doing this more regularly. And today we had a few delays, unexpected, and we were like, well, we didn't announce it, but we committed to we were going to do this today, and so we're doing it. We're here.
I think there's something powerful about we scheduled it. It's basically a promise we made to ourselves,
right?
And it is so important to carry out that promise, especially when we're trying to really break barriers and get into some really great positive habits that really take us to the next level. So we said, all right, we finished dinner. There were a lot of reasons to not do this tonight. But here we are. So we made it. And thank you, Anthony and Mateo. You guys have been amazing in helping us get used to the whole you now thing. And now you're here with us. Thank you. Oh, man.
Hello, Mateo.
And look at that. Thank you, Tyron. That's a beautiful thing to say. We appreciate that very much. Yes. So tonight we really just wanted to, we were going to fly through some topics because at any moment now I might have to just take off and we'll have to maybe you'll have to close things out.
Yeah, probably.
But we really just want to give you guys some updates of some changes we're making, the changes that are going to be apparent going into the next month. We know a lot of our viewers, especially in India, are wondering, where are the videos? Where's Sardar Udham and all of these things that we've been talking about doing. So we really wanted to start with that. And then we're going to talk about the things we have been doing. So
and some people are like, where's Book of Boba Fett, right?
Right. That's another big question that we have.
Yeah.
What has happened? MaJeliv, why aren't we seeing Boba Fett reactions?
Yeah.
We have reasons for that too. And so we wanted to take this live to kind of just talk to you all and let you in a little bit into what's going on in the day-to-day. We're so flattered that you miss us, that you're asking to see our reactions for things. Yeah. We cannot tell you how much that warms our hearts. And at times it does give us a sense of restlessness. Like we wish we could just kind of do this full time.
Well, to be honest, to be transparency here, I think it creates sometimes a feeling of like we're disappointing people, like we're letting you guys down when you're, so excited and so present. But I know it's not like that. I know it's not, but that's kind of how I feel sometimes, right?
It is. And I think that's where the mind starts to play trick on us. We so appreciate your viewership, your fanship, and really your just overall support. And I think that creates a sense of accountability, which could be a really good thing. I think it does. Yeah. It does create a sense of accountability that is a very healthy thing. Yeah. But to be clear, why is it just the two of us? Well, a lot of the last 2 weeks, really, it's been this way because we've just been really busy as a family. Jenny's going to be typing some answers on the chat. I can sincerely tell you that we're very busy. The kids have a lot of school. At least Jemmy and Josh do. Matthew is now in a phase of his life where he's working more. He finished high school and he's been working. There's been a lot of auditions and there's been, thank God, some work. So he's busy. I'll be busier toward the end of this week. But Jenny and I have the most time right now to get more creative, to really look at what we're doing and get more intentional.
So to add on to that, if you don't mind,
of course.
Our schedules, a lot of times, it's not just, we're busy. Our schedules are very unexpected. Sometimes things come up last minute. We've been struggling with, we're used to doing everything together all the time. And sometimes because someone gets an audition or that has an appointment, that's something they have to get to, that's important, we have to almost like halt everything. So we have found like this year, we really want to continue the momentum on YouTube in any capacity that we can, without compromising quality, without compromising our excitement and passion for things. But it's hard for us the 5 of us, to always have to just always be together for everything we do on here. It's coming to that point where we want to be busy acting and doing the things we love to do aside from YouTube, because YouTube, we do love it as well. But we need to be able to kind of manage both simultaneously. Right. So that's kind of what I was thinking. Go ahead. That's beautifully said. And I think that's really the challenge. I know, and I just saw a comment on here that I fully agree with. So thank you to Jimmy for saying this. Yes, things are tough and rough these days. And, coming out of the holiday season, it was a very, very, very slow, painfully slow start for our family. The 5 of us went through some sort of sickness. We were afraid it was COVID, but by the grace of God, really, it wasn't. We did the best we could to stay as healthy as we could, to stay on top of getting healthy as soon as possible. Thank God it didn't affect our work. And so ultimately, starting off that slow really bogged us down. I mean, I'll speak truthfully, it really bogged me down. It made me feel very exasperated, very tired. And it was just emotional, creative fatigue. So to come out of that was tough and rough indeed. Yeah. So Jimmy, thank you for that comment. It is extremely empathetic of you, and we really, really appreciate it. But to what my lovely bride was saying, Jenny, thank you for, really pointing to the fact that we're also finding the treasure in this challenge of, okay, we have a lot going on. This is the perfect time to make an attempt to schedule these new habits, like going live more often, getting really good at just talking to you guys as if you were sitting here in our studio, kind of catching up with what we're attempting to do. The good news is that we're making some fun changes. Some very exciting changes are coming. And we've already started to instill some of these changes. We're going live almost every day of the week. I think by next week, God willing, all stays clear, we should be going live about 5 times a week. So that's one of the big first changes that we've already made and we've already instilled. We'll go live more often on YouNow. It's a brand new platform. They reached out to us and we've been loving it. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah. It's been a great practice. Or how do you feel about YouNow so far? Yeah, it's been good. I think it's been loosening us up for like our YouTube lives. I feel like I kind of feel bad we haven't been doing more YouTube lives. But through YouNow, we've kind of experienced like the joy and how easy it is to kind of just go live at any time. And we've also found that we're expanding our community there. You guys from YouTube, some of you have joined us there. Some of our YouNow family has kind of come here to our channel. So I really feel like we connect to you guys in a very different way through our lives. One way I remember we used to connect great was through our, what was it, the videos when we're going to post them, the premieres. When we would premiere our videos, it was cool because we got to text back and forth while you guys were watching our videos. But this is really cool. And like I said, we're really motivated to be like, what, if today, our kids are doing school and we want to be, on live, we're going to come as if, just so we can move on all these amazing, exciting projects we have planned. That's the only way. It's kind of like dividing and conquering as a family. So, right. I really wanted to say thank you to those people that are making comments right now. We're going to address your comments as soon as we can. Yep. So, por favor, no pierdan la paciencia con nosotros. Si nos dan un chance, vamos a hablar también en español to kind of keep this as balanced as we can with some of our bilingual audience. Nuestra audiencia bilingüe, los que hablan español, estamos tan agradecidos por el apoyo. Denos un chancecito si vamos a hablar de los comentarios que estamos viendo. De verdad que no sé, perdón. Significa mucho para nosotros. Gracias, gracias. Exactamente. Y están siempre bienvenidos. Exactamente, siempre. Así es. Pero lo que estábamos diciendo, what we were saying, going back to the
going live more often, and YouNow, and what it's meant to us, and then we realize, my goodness, we can go live more often on our channel, and let some of our friends know that they don't have to wait so long for an official video.
Right.
So another thing we'll do tonight, with whatever time we have, is Jenny and I have been spending this creative time watching some of the shows that I have to watch because I'm voting right now. I'm deciding on who to vote for the SAG Awards. I won't be revealing who I'm voting for, but we do want to just share with you our thoughts on some of these shows. So we'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. I know we have questions about Boba Fett. Yes. What do we want to say about Boba Fett, the book of Boba Fett?
So when the show came out, we had family visiting from out of town, then the holidays, then we got sick. And then now we're just not all always together for that long period of time to just watch it. And it's something we really want to enjoy, like, together as a family. So we kind of have to wait for each other.
Yep.
So we have kind of heard the hype on the news, not the news, but like reports and on YouTube
we're trying to avoid it.
Episode 5 and then now 6 that we clearly haven't seen yet, but we will be seeing them by this weekend. And we probably won't be reacting to each episode because we have to then edit 6 videos of our whole reaction, but we will definitely be letting you guys know our thoughts on it when we watch it. So that will be either through a review, we might do a live, and I think Matthew mentioned possibly maybe reacting to the final episode together. Yes. So that you will very likely see.
Right.
But we will be catching up, so no spoilers, please, on here.
Please.
But yes, we should have Master XM, but we just couldn't, unfortunately.
Right. We've done our best to stay away from spoilers, so please continue to help us with that. Don't tell us anything. We know it got off to a slow start. That's as much as we know. And then I know that some nuggets and some great surprise, some nuggets of gold is what I mean. Yeah. And surprises have happened. So I know that's a lot of what people are referring to. So we completely comprehend. Now, you made a comment that also addresses some of the changes we're making.
Yes.
You mentioned editing, and Matthew is our editor right now. But by the grace of God, our editor has been very busy. Between helping direct a theater show and now working on set, it's just been very difficult for him to crank out all the videos he normally cranks out. Mejor dicho, también en español, nuestro editor está ocupado. Gracias a Dios está bien ocupado. Entonces, one of the things we'd like to do is, if tonight, if you can, if it's possible, I know these times are hard, these are rough, but in the super chat, if you can donate anything for our little cause, we're trying to get some more equipment. We're just trying to save a little money to get some a new terabyte, like a 4 terabyte drive, so we can include it to this laptop. We just want to add another editing capability, another laptop to kind of give it some space. We want to get it like a USS, what is it called? A standard SS, I'm thinking of the SSD, which is the drive that kind of, so anyway, there's some drives that we need. So any kind of help tonight you could do, that would be amazing. And if you can't give financially tonight for that, that's totally fine. If you're a praying person, just keep our family in your prayers so that every day we can get closer to some of these goals that we have, to have a little bit more efficient equipment. Or maybe here's the big goal. Here's what we dream is to get an editor to help us. And for that, we kind of look to our Patreon account. So that's something that we're trying to do, is have enough money a month so we can pay somebody to help us with the flow that we want to pick up on.
Gamer said it's SSD.
Thank you, gamers.
So
comment SSD. Yes, I forget what it stands for. If somebody knows, educate me. I knew what it was. It's something standard drive.
And also,
super fast.
Just to add to that, we will be expanding on possibly, like, Jemmy and Josh doing some editing as well as us editing. So you may notice some differences in videos and in the way things are done. Matthew has so masterfully gotten so great at editing, and he has such a flair and a beautiful style of editing that we've always been so proud of. But we're also trying to help him. So we want to be able to help him out and do it as well. So if you notice any shifts in like the way that things are edited, or us trying to kind of learn as we go through like practicing, bear with us. We're trying to really expand as a family to be able to do more.
Right. And I was just replying, yes, solid state drive. I knew it. It was like there. I was just more focused on connecting with you all, and I forgot the acronym.
Yes.
So thank you to both. I think it was Gamers that mentioned it, and then, excuse me, and I believe it was AD who said, indeed.
Yeah.
And look who's joined us, tiptoeing into the chat. Our dear friend Jason, also known as Flags at Dawn.
Very cool. And I see Buku finds
yes, some of our friends
has to go. So thank you for stopping by. We appreciate.
Yes, good luck at work. And thank you for just saying hello. And we'll see you next time. We're going to be going live again on YouNow later this week. So hopefully you can catch us then. We have trivia night coming on Friday. So see us there. Hopefully if you can, Buku Vibes. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out with us for now. And so back to some of the changes. I mentioned the editor thing. We were trying to help Matthew.
Yeah. So you may see some, like I said, changes in the style of the videos. That's just because we're all trying to kind of learn as well. So we can help out. You might also not always see the 5 of us because we might not be able to have everyone present. And that's for a good reason, because some of us might be working on other exciting things as well. And we want that for the family. So we're not closing ourselves off to not putting anything on YouTube because of that. We're going to continue as a family, as many of us that can be here. Yep, that's right. So yeah. But it's all for good things.
I do love how. Oh, good morning. That's right. Some of you, it's morning in India, and in other places of the world, it's like mid-afternoon, or for some of you, it's really, really late. So sorry, we really wanted to do this earlier. But buenos dias. Good morning to you. I do love how everyone's like, but where are the kids? Yeah. Where are the children? More like young adult children now. But
they are the better pieces.
They certainly are. Yeah. Oh, it's Alexa Polo. That's right. Okay.
Very cool.
Got it. Okay, very cool. Thank you, Anoop. I see you, Anoop. Thank you for your help on the solid state drive. That's wonderful. Y Mateo, siempre aquí con nosotros. Gracias. Te lo agradecemos.
And so Lucky Brawls, thank you for being here.
Yeah, all of you guys, thank you. This means so much to us. Yeah. My goodness. We were. What was that thought? I lost
about our new exciting thing coming.
So the main thing, thank you. This is the main thing that the big change we're making, that is going to take, well, it's going to grow as fast as you can help us, to be quite honest.
Yes.
So we've started a new channel, except you can't see it yet because we don't have a video out on it just yet.
Yes.
The new channel is it is called MaJeliv Creative. And what MaJeliv Creative is, some of you have already had a taste of this already. If you look to our playlist in this channel, the MaJeliv films and short sketches and such, we have on there what we intend to have more of in this channel. So we're talking to you about anything creative arts that we have, whether we're acting, whether we are dancing, painting, anything that is just absolutely as creative. Short films, of course. We just want it to live in a place that's separate for the purpose of it just being a creative endeavor.
Yes.
So if you are a fan of First Run, A Good Tip, any of the Bob Ross paintings, or our vlogs tend to be more creative than not.
Yeah.
Then a lot of that will live on this other channel.
Yes. Right. Yeah, because I think it's what we're excited about is to be able to just create all these fun things in a place where whoever comes and subscribes or comes to look for that will truly appreciate that. We realize that in our reaction channel, we have a lot of reactions. People come to see us react to movies and TV shows and things like that. But this creative channel will really allow that space for us to just pour out that other side of us, that other family creativity that's just, bursting, that's wanting to burst and come out. So you'll be able to enjoy that, hopefully, and hopefully you'll also subscribe to that channel. This channel will continue to to thrive, and we'll continue to pour into it because we love it and we're excited about it.
Very much.
And this is something we're passionate about. But the other channel, I think, will be something fun as well. So if you guys are interested in that, we will be announcing it more. We'll be putting little links on our videos, but we wanted you to kind of hear it from us first because we're really, really excited about it. You might see more, you will see more short films, skits, everything that you talked about.
Choreographies. I cannot wait. Yep. We cannot wait to show you dances that we just cannot wait to attempt to make or finish and complete. And a lot of you don't know this, but I'm really goofy. I tend to be like, it bothers my kids sometimes, I think. But that's normal, right? Because they're teenagers and that's normal. Yep. But now I get to fully be a bit of a nuisance and silly. No, it's gonna be a whole lot of fun on the creative arts, and hopefully it's gonna inspire a lot of you to just get creative in your own way. Is essentially what we hope, and just to show that despite some of the challenges, we can turn some of those challenges into art and to a way to cope on a day-to-day basis as a family. So that's our hope. Yep. Esa es nuestra esperanza, de que con el otro canal pueda hacer algo que nos dé esperanza con la especificación de la creatividad, del arte, del baile, de la actuación, de todo lo que pueda hacer algo así como creativo. Eso lo queremos hacer.
Sí, to expand our creativity, that we, our kids are very creative in many different ways. We're not just reactors. We really are artists in a lot of capabilities, and to be able to share that through YouTube is exciting.
Yes.
So if you could join us and get excited with us, that is coming next month. You will see that channel start to take off. So
correct.
Yes.
Definitely. I think the important thing to keep in mind is that while we're making changes, the changes also mean we are focusing on getting more specific, on being more intentional about what we're doing. And that's what's happening with the movies we're watching. We are absolutely so excited to jump into some of the Indian films that have been recommended. Our list is beautifully long. I mean, Jenny's been trying to keep the list, and it just keeps growing. So that's very exciting because we really have grown to love our journey into discovering the Indian cinema, the Indian culture. There's something so familiar about it. There's something refreshing about the Indian culture that we're finding, and I feel like it's expanding our palette for film, for cinema, for art, and especially the nuance of what family means, and what family means, especially to the both of us. So we're very excited to talk tonight also about that. There's the film, one of the actually it was the first film we saw.
It was,
was Dangal.
We saw reviews, like a reaction, like trailers before that.
Correct.
But the first full film we saw was Dangal.
Yes, that was our first complete Indian film, and we loved. I mean, that film had us crying. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
And the reason we thought about, and we saw this a long time ago. We saw it last year, actually. Was it last year?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was last year. Yep. But it came back to our hearts because we recently watched King Richard. And King Richard is a movie starring Will Smith. If you're familiar with King Richard, let us know.
Let us know if you've seen that movie.
In the chat box. We would love to hear that you know what movie we're talking about. Yes. That would be great. Sorry, I'm just checking. We're good. All good here. Just I thought it was something about our chat, but it's not. So this film, King Richard, it tells a story of Richard Williams, who is the father of Serena and Venus Williams, the now world-renowned tennis players. So Mateo says he's never seen it. So King Richard, I think it's on, well, it was on HBO Max, but now I think you have to see it in theaters, or I'm not sure how else you could see it right now, because I know theaters are hard to get to in some parts of the world.
Yeah.
But King Richard reminded us of Dangal. because Mr. Richard Williams devoted much of his adult life to raising champions in his home, looking at his daughters and seeing them as what they really were. These two young women with the potential for greatness. And Dangal, it was similar in that. Excuse me, it reminded us of the same father figure that had to look at his family and specifically his girls, and he challenged himself to rethink the way he sees family and the way he sees his daughters, and then
the way he pushes them and believes in them and encourages them. You know, I think it was such a beautiful parallel to both films, and it was so beautiful because it was like both of them were two daughters. It was in a category, I guess, of that wasn't common. You know, in Dangal, it was for them to be female wrestlers, and then for, you know, King Richard, it's like to have two female like sisters and to be black in that time wasn't common in that sport. So it was beautiful to kind of revisit those thoughts, those feelings from Dangal when we saw King Richard recently, and to appreciate that one too, both of them.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen King Richard, look out for the dynamic of the husband and the wife, and what the few moments that they show of their struggle, their challenge, and their moments of triumph as they journey on with their daughters is so powerful.
Yeah.
It's absolutely powerful. And Jimmy, we've not seen the new Macbeth.
Not yet.
Not yet. It is on my list because my favorite of all time, Denzel Washington, is nominated, and so is Frances McDormand. So definitely need to see it. It is definitely coming in the next couple of days. I'm going to sit down with my lovely bride, and I don't know, the kids probably not, because I know it's very violent.
I think Matthew wanted to see that for sure.
I think Matthew will join us, but I meant like the kids, the ones that are still officially kids.
I know.
Whereas Matthew's not officially a kid anymore, I guess, when you think about it that way. But yes, so look, we do have someone that did see King Richard. Fantastic. Lou Rod, awesome. I'm glad you saw it. Share your thoughts. I mean, it looks like you said great. Yeah. And, you know, Will Smith, what did you think of his depiction?
To me, I think that's his best performance yet in his career. I really think, I don't know if you agree. I mean, I haven't seen all of his films, and I've seen him on the comedy side a lot, but this genre and this role was something new of his, and I think I think he killed it.
You know, I haven't heard a word buzz for Will Smith since Ali. Ali was a film, and I never saw it either.
And that was kind of that would kind of be similar, right?
Yeah, and he was taking on another real life character, obviously, Muhammad Ali. This one, a man that's far less known to the wider world.
Yeah.
Richard Williams was, I mean, people in tennis knew who he was, but that's it. You know, good morning to India. We see some of you checking in. I'm guessing this is from India. Rakesh. Hi. Good to see you. And we're talking King Richard right now, the film starring Will Smith, and how it reminds us of Dangal. And where my wonderful bride was talking about his great performance. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Performance.
Well, just like the dad from Dangal too. I don't have his name in my mind.
Oh, we can look that up. No problem.
But he was phenomenal too. I just think there is such a strong father roles, you know, in those movies.
Oh my goodness,
exemplary, so like inspirational.
And the challenges they faced for seeing something that was considered impossible.
Right.
You know,
and believing.
Oh yeah.
Like
against all odds. So Amir Khan played the dad.
Yes.
There
it is.
Yep.
Hi. Good job.
Thank you, Anu.
Thank you.
Yeah. It is night for us, Ankit.
Yes.
It is night for us right now. It is 8:20 p.m. where we are. We are on the East Coast of the United States.
Yeah.
So yeah, Amir Khan and Will Smith are currently on our hearts and minds because of the way they handled this challenge. You know, and we talk a lot about this now with our family, because how do we see each other?
Yeah.
You know, how do we talk to each other about what our dreams are?
That's a big one.
You know, how are we training our mindset to see what are those things that we're trying to accomplish, that we're reaching for? Do we believe it?
The self-talk.
Yes.
It's so like, I never focus so much on what am I telling myself internally, how much am I believing in myself and encouraging myself when things are difficult. But then on top of that, like our kids, like what we say to ourselves and the way that we behave impacts them as well. And also, how could we be edifying them more and helping them grow up to feel like, you know, they believe in themselves and that they could do anything, you know?
Right. And that's such a shift in what's expected. What's normal is what I mean. We have to learn to talk to ourselves differently.
Yeah.
In a way that I loved how Richard Williams and King Richard, and I don't remember this. I want to rewatch Dangal. I really do.
Yeah, but it was a bit too long, and it was such a great film. I would love to see it again.
But I do have memories of Mahavir Singh doing the same thing, treating his daughters with the sense of, I see greatness in you. And every day there was a practice of refocusing their perspective on their amazing potential.
Yeah.
And making little by little, showing people little by little why they should believe, even though they can't see it. Because the vision is so clear, the purpose is so clear.
Yeah.
It's powerful stuff, man. Powerful stuff.
And also them knowing that their daughters, both fathers, knowing that their daughters would go through hardships, that it would be hard. You know, it's hard to see your kids have to go through hard things, and to push them anyway, and to not be like, okay, well, I'll bring you home. It's okay. We don't have to try. You know, it's like, no, they had that drive to be like, no, you've got this. I believe in you. You can do it. And pushing them to that limit for greatness, I think that's what, I don't know, inspired me from seeing that.
For sure. I agree with you 100% there. So yes, good morning to a lot of you. And I see people are helping someone figure out that you didn't just have a dream. I am indeed in Cobra Kai. That's funny. That's really funny. So the kids, if you're just tuning in, the kids are, believe it or not, they have some homework. It's been very, very busy school week, and Matthew's working. So there's just a lot going on with the family. And we are not the complete package, but we are the original package. So you'll get a lot of us until I get really busy, or until Jenny's back on set with one of the kids. Jenny and I are going to do our best to keep the energy ball rolling, to stay connected to all of you.
And sometimes the kids may also, you know, do one of these without us.
Correct.
That won't be,
because there's going to be times we'll be busy working on some new things. Some of the other changes we're making that we hope you'll look out for is Jenny and I are going to be writing more. So we're going to be putting a lot of these thoughts that we sometimes have as adults, and we're going to put them on a blog, on our website, and put it everywhere that we can, to just kind of start reaching out a little bit more. We're trying to be more intentional with what we're doing here. And you know, we love these reactions because they do affect us. And I talk to the kids a lot about this because, as you all know, well, most of you I think should know by now if you've been following us, we have a family of actors here, and a lot of what we do in life is react. Right? Something happens and we react. Yeah. So one thing that helped me fall in love with this reaction channel was that we started to really train to watch things and react as authentically as possible to what was on the screen. Yeah. And then to learn how to talk to each other about what we just saw on the screen. And that affects life, that affects our acting. And it's just a wonderful, simple, everyday skill that we should have to react authentically to things, to people. So that a lot of the films you're all recommending, I think Radhe Shyam, somebody's insisting, because you get excited, we understand. Sardar Udham. So Sardar hasn't happened yet because, as Jenny was saying,
well, we had it scheduled for this week to watch it. And then we got a full week of work on set, so we're not home. So it's hard to do that the way we would like to, because we want to see it straight through.
And we want to see it together
and we want
as
to see
a family.
It together.
The kids don't want to miss it. You know, I know a lot of people have been asking for Minal Murali, the superhero one on Netflix.
And to give it the attention it deserves too,
Correct.
because we're not going to rush, you know, a film like Sardar, you know, like that.
And I know Pushpa is something else that we reacted to. Pushpa, that's the one of the sandalwood smuggler / hero. That looks like a great movie.
Yeah, there's so many.
Absolutely great movie. We want to make sure we give it the time that it deserves. You know, we really do. So again, I hope you'll continue to be patient with us. We're going to get it out as soon as we can. We're not delaying it on purpose. And we have ourselves right now focusing on some of these films that we can watch because we're at home. The film we wanted to watch, we were so excited about RRR.
Yeah. Well, someone just posted it comes out March 25th.
Yeah, that's the new date. Yes, I did hear about that, but we have not received notice as to what theater near us has it.
True.
I've signed up for, so there's a service here called Fandango, and you can sign up for alerts so that when a movie you're waiting for hits theaters in the nearest theater, it tells you, hey, the movie you were waiting for is ready. So I've done that for RRR. I probably should do that for Roddy Shyam. Shyam.
Yep.
Shyam. I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure. So we're excited to see those movies. But for now, today we finished watching House of Gucci.
Yes.
House of Gucci. Talk about family tragedy. Have you seen House of Gucci? Has anybody seen House of Gucci? Let us know in the chat. We've also seen, what else have we seen so far?
Mare of Eastown.
Starring
Kate Winslet. Amazing.
Yes.
So good. She's always been amazing. But
I wonder if it was a mistake that we saw that first.
Before House of Gucci.
Because it's affected how we see everything else.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That one set the bar high. Yes, with Adam Driver, that's the House of Gucci one.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah.
It is Mare of Eastown is just something else. It's just something else.
I mean, it's a different. No, it's kind of the same kind of depresso.
A lot of these stories are very depressing.
Jolly, so
yeah. So some people have seen House of Gucci. We saw that today.
Watch.
House of Gucci was interesting. It was fun. I don't know that it was fun.
It was entertaining.
It was intriguing.
Intriguing
and entertaining.
Yeah.
I guess. It was. I didn't know anything about. The only thing I knew about Gucci before this movie was expensive. I remember just that one thing.
Yes.
I remember I saw Gucci and I was like, nope, keep going. Far too expensive. That's all I knew. So I never knew anything about the Gucci family. Nothing. I didn't even know it was a family business. So I went into this movie.
Yeah.
As far as what happened in real life, what I did tell you about was the article I read on the Hollywood Reporter that it was an interview they did of Lady Gaga for her work on the film, and I don't know. I almost want to just, once we close the live, maybe tomorrow I'll update the description and I can put in the description the link to the interview. It's a great interview because you get inside Lady Gaga's process of her acting process. And it's very similar to the way she takes on her singing or her artistic vision of her music. So she's extremely talented. I mean, I did like her performance overall. There were some things that I don't know if it's because we watched it in 2 parts, but there's some things that I was kind of like, I need to rewatch this. Why do I feel a little disconnected from this thing?
Yeah.
But ultimately, I mean, what would you give it if you were to rate it 1 to 5? 5 being the best.
1 to 5.
5 being the best.
5's not giving me a lot of room.
Well, let's do 1 to 10. Like they do on IMDb, 1 to 10.
Like 7, maybe 6.5. 7.
Ooh.
7.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say 7.5.
Yeah.
For me.
Okay.
7.5. And I think that half I give because I really do like Ridley Scott's directing. I absolutely love it. But yeah, 7.5 out of 10. And mainly it's because the story, I don't know anything about the Gucci's. So I felt like there was gaps. I didn't understand certain things. I didn't go into this movie knowing the real backstory. So I didn't know how to fill in certain story gaps that I think if people know the actual story. Like I feel like you and Matthew knew at what happens at the end.
That's because Matthew told me.
Look at that.
Because I said, I don't know what this is about. And then he kind of told me, oh, that's about the story of how so-and-so, does this to so-and-so.
So he kind of spoiled it for you.
And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was his story. So now I know what's going to happen.
But going into the movie, you knew.
But it didn't ruin it for me.
No, you can't. Yes,
and to see not the excitement, but to see her build towards the end, very enlightening for me.
But it's so tragic. The reality that it was a family business, and that all of that fame and fortune, it literally got in there like a virus and just destroyed everything. Yeah. It's just so sad. Oh, what a sad movie. It was such a sad movie.
It was sad. Now we need to go watch something happy, like This Is Us.
Well, what did we do? This has actually been my favorite thing we've done in the last couple of days.
What's that?
Watching Enchanted.
Oh, yes. A very goofy, happy Disney movie.
Please tell me you've seen Enchanted.
Have you seen Enchanted?
Oh, goodness. It stars Amy Adams. Oh, my gosh. I forget this actor's name. He plays the prince.
Yes, and I agree. She was great in The Star Is Born. She was really great. And I think she won awards for that one, too.
Oh, my gosh.
Not just for the music,
She was nominated, actually. I think she didn't. I don't know. No.
I think she won for music.
Yes.
For the song.
Yes.
Okay.
James Marsden was fantastic.
He's funny.
The whole cast. I mean, that movie brought me such great joy because in the midst of, I think we watched Mare of Eastown.
Yes.
Great suspense mystery thriller kind of a thing.
Oh, and Patrick Dempsey.
Yes, Patrick Dempsey's great in it.
He's awesome.
He's just he's like what most people believe. Like, yeah, I mean, true love is fantasy. There's no magic. People leave. They abandon you.
I mean, you have to understand why. I mean,
oh yeah. I mean,
he's like a divorce lawyer.
Yes. Oh, come on. You have to see it, Jason. Enchanted is great. Yes. I feel like I've been reborn in a way for many reasons. And then I saw Enchanted and I saw it with a whole new set of eyes. And I was sitting next to my lovely, lovely bride, and Jemmy was on this side. So I was sitting with the girls and the guys were working on something downstairs, but I loved it because I'm usually the most vulnerable watching movies and TV. But this one, the singing meant so much. The performances were so good. Enchanted, watch it. Watch it, please. I highly recommend it. It just lifts your spirits, and we needed it.
Yeah.
Because Mare of Easttown, super sad.
Yes.
We started watching. You were going to say something. I interrupted your thought.
No. I was.
You were.
Oh, about that movie. That Enchanted had a lot of little connections to things that I like to do. Like singing like that, birds in the morning.
How is it?
I'm not going to do that on live. No, I'm not the actress in the family. But she's just hilarious. The movie's awesome.
It's so good. Amy Adams is fantastic in that.
She's great. And she sings beautiful.
Oh my God, she sings. I asked you, and I don't know. I wonder if anybody here knows if she's ever been on Broadway. And maybe you watched this live later.
Well, because Idina Menzel's in that too.
Yeah. So it made me wonder. And Amy sings like she could totally be on Broadway. Yeah. Maybe she's already been and I just don't know. So maybe in the comments.
Maybe that's where she started.
I'll do some research later as well.
Yeah.
But perhaps you'll fill me in on how that is. Yes, if you have Disney Plus, you have no excuse. You should see it. I actually almost didn't watch it. So it's okay if you haven't seen it. I'm being funny.
Yeah. And then Mateo, we will be when the channel's ready, we will invite you guys through our other videos that we make to come and subscribe to that channel as well. So you'll definitely know it's here. We're going to definitely make a lot of noise about the separate channel we're doing with our creative stuff. And we're really like full reins on that channel. I mean, we're going to see our creative sparks just all over that channel, aside from this one. So it's going to be really cool.
And if you have your notifications on for all on this channel, then you will definitely know when we've put in our first video and other videos into the new MaJeliv Creative channel. You'll know, and we ask you, please run over there, hit subscribe and like and comment, share the video. Like, just help us share, spread the light, like we say all the time.
Hi, Silent Lucy, welcome. Thank you for subscribing.
Hi, Silent Lucy, thank you. That's amazing. Oh, that's so great. And Crystal's here. Hey,
Crystal.
Hi. Oh my goodness. I haven't seen your name anywhere in so long. We've not been on any other social media. This has been where we've lived. And it's been great. It's been absolutely great.
And we will be doing more lives on YouTube. So this is the first of many lives from now on.
That's correct.
So we will no longer be doing both YouNow and YouTube together. We are going to be on live here, and then we'll also have lives on YouNow as well.
Right. So I didn't like that we left you all when we did the simulcast. We didn't know what we were doing. We were just kind of experimenting.
Yeah.
We left a lot of you, and so if you're rewatching this and that was one of you, or if you're here and this was one of you, we left you wondering why we weren't answering your comments.
Yeah.
So sorry about that.
Yes, we did not know that. We had
no clue that it was not. What's the word? In sync. It was It was severely lagging on time, and so anyway, it was a bit of a mess. But this is why we're doing separate things.
And Sad Guy, really quick, you're asking about the channel. So we spoke at the beginning. I'll say it again in case you guys missed it. We are starting a second MaJeliv channel starting in March. We will be putting all of our creative work on there. So like skits, sketches, short films, goofy, vlogs.
And it's going to be called MaJeliv Creative.
I'm
putting it on here.
Poetry, dancing, all of our creative stuff will be on there, separate from here.
Right. Oh, Lurad.
Thank you,
Thank
Lurad.
you. Oh, he says, always enjoy your content. Mare of Eastown was so good. Encanto was an enjoyable experience. Oh my gosh, don't even get it started on Encanto.
Encanto was beautiful, and I'm so thrilled that it's like so popular and people are talking about it. And that Bruno song, I mean, Lin-Manuel killed it.
I mean, I've had such deep respect for Lin-Manuel for so long, but then he goes and does that. He immerses himself into our Colombian culture to the point where the music is literally, from what he described in some of the features, the music is literally just kind of pouring out of all of his possible creative orifices, if you will. And it was just like, he just created all this beautiful magic.
Yeah.
He collaborated with just the best kind of people. It was just a powerful film. We loved. I mean, just check out our review. You'll see it. It meant so much to us. And oh my gosh, thank you again to anyone, all of you that are being able to. I'm going to try. Yes.
Is it Resheath?
Resheath Madaka.
Yes, thank you
my
so
default
much.
is always to try to say it with the Spanish vowels, in case it seems a little closer to
maybe
to.
So when we have our second channel up and running, we will be inviting you a lot of times to join and subscribe there as well.
Correct.
And if you're a Patreon already on our MaJeliv reactions channel, you will still get all the behind the scenes and all the scoop on our creative channel as well.
Yeah, that's really the big.
So you don't need to subscribe to both as Patreon, but you do need to subscribe to both as a subscriber.
Correct. So that you have
see everything.
You really have notifications to both.
Yeah.
The one thing I'm really excited about, this is a personal joy that's coming, hopefully sooner than later. I'll get to work with my kids again. I haven't acted with my kids on screen. And the little film is in this channel. You can see it now. It's called Blueberry Showdown. And that was something I did with them. It was in Orlando. I had them home for the summer. I wasn't teaching summer camp this week. You were at school preparing for the new school year, and I had a whole week, and I was like, what am I going to do with these kids?
Yeah.
And we made a film.
It's the best summer camp ever.
Yes. And it was so powerful. I watched that today, and now they're young adults, and they have so much life in them, and I just want to work with them again, and I want to bring what I can bring. And so I just want to tell stories. I'm definitely going to be writing stuff for us. So if you subscribe, when you subscribe to MaJeliv Creative, you're going to have a chance to watch all of that. The creative energy of my kids and I playing different roles, sometimes funny, sometimes dramatic. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be a lot of great surprises. Yes, that's correct.
Baby Mario brother. So yes, road reel was kind of an exciting endeavor we took on just to compete. We did a short film during quarantine called A Good Tip, which is on this channel as well. But we want to do more of that. And we want to, just kind of pour all of that into our creative channel. So you'll see more. It's coming.
And Crystal, to your point, auditions. So the great thing is, yes, eventually that is coming. We will start writing stories that include a lot of our local talent here in Georgia, and some of our dear friends that we've collaborated with before. And some will be stories that I guess they will be divinely anointed, and we won't know necessarily who to play those until we open it up for people to audition for them. So you will hear about those.
Well, I think before we would write stories because of the circumstances, we'd write stories that were limited to just us.
Correct.
But now with that channel, we're really kind of like, full reign, like adding as many characters as we need to just tell great stories. So yes, it's coming.
Indeed.
And Zach says you're going to be shocked at Boba Fett. We look forward to that.
We are looking forward to it. Indeed. I suspect we can start watching on Saturday based on the next 2 days.
Yes.
Yeah. Based on the next 2 days, which are just bonkers.
Bonkers
busy. I think you and I will have a chance to continue some of the watching of some of the TV shows tomorrow, but then Friday I'm off. I won't be here, so it'll be difficult for us to. But you'll be able to create something with the kids, which will be something different, perhaps.
Yeah.
But
not that.
Not that.
Can't watch it without you guys.
No. Please don't start Boba Fett.
I'm not as exciting at reacting to things like that than you and Matthew for Star Wars.
That's true.
Yes.
That's true. But it's coming, so just be patient. We're going to definitely catch up with Boba Fett, indeed. So any other thoughts on Mare of Eastown, Gucci, King of Richard? Please throw them in the content, or what do you call it, the chat. How about you? Any other thoughts on any of those things, or anything else that is on your beautiful mind?
We have a lot to watch.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot because we not only do you have to see the SAG nominees and things like that, because we don't like to see awards like Golden Globes and SAG awards and without having seen most of them, because then we feel like we're missing out. And usually the one we don't see wins like everything, and then we feel like total bums, like what we're doing.
You know what it feels like for those of you that are not actors out there, and maybe you go to meetings at work sometimes. It's almost like someone's made an inside joke and you don't know what they're talking. I mean, yes, granted, that's the whole premise of an inside joke, but it's almost like the inside joke you should know about and you don't. Or someone's made a comment at a meeting and you're like, oh, I should know what that is.
So I think
it just feels awful.
What's difficult this year, though, that I'm noticing, and it's not just this year, but the movies and things nominated are very dark, very adult, very depressing. So it's not like there's a whole bunch of family fun on there.
No.
And it's hard because it's like, okay, kids, we're going to leave you for 3 hours or 7 hours so you can see Mare of Eastown, because you really can't sit there and watch it with us.
And we've only seen King Richard with the kids.
King Richard was the only one. And Encanto's not on there. Sorry. It's so good. I was like, please.
I mean.
But yes, King Richard.
But even King Richard, it had heavy stuff.
Yes.
Like if your kids at home are younger than, I would say, 13, 14, they probably shouldn't watch King Richard without context, without preparation, because there's some real life. So Mr. Richard Williams goes through a whole lot of hell.
Yes.
in order to have this clear vision of where his daughters can go and who they can become, who they will become, and what he believes comes from a very awful chapter in his life and in his people's life here in this country.
Yeah, even the realities of their neighborhoods and the gangs and the shootings.
I mean, they out of Compton.
Yeah,
Compton, California. If you're not familiar, that's a rough place.
Yeah,
rough place. And a lot of wonderful things have come out of Compton, ironically, but that just shows you the endurance of the human spirit, and the stamina of people, like the spiritual stamina of people like Richard Williams and what he embedded in his daughters. But it's heavy. It's heavy. So we can't just sit and watch everything with our kids.
Well, I mean, but this one was a great film to see with them. Mm-hmm. Those are things that I really do like them seeing, mm-hmm. the harsh realities of, what people go through.
Right. And it is a movie. King Richard is a narrative. Again, it stars Will Smith. The script is phenomenal.
Fantastic.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
The actors in it are just great. John Berthenol, I can never say his last name. He plays the Punisher on Netflix and in Daredevil. He was also in The Walking Dead. He plays Coach Mackie. Anyway,
I can't even try.
Really great performances. Mm-hmm. Just you have to watch it as soon as you can. If you are maybe surprised and you see it somewhere and you can watch it. And hopefully you open your heart to it. But yes, to your point, not everything we're watching is light enough to watch with the kids.
So on our Indian content, since some of you are asking, so the next movie we will see is Sardar Udham. That's coming. It was supposed to happen this week. Due to work, we haven't been all home. So we will watch it very soon. That's the first thing we're going to be watching. And then the other thing is Death on the Nile. We will be seeing that in theaters, hopefully.
Right.
To react to that. Mm-hmm. And we're super, we love the first one. We can't wait for the second one. Mm-hmm. 3 Idiots is coming as well.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at the calendar right now.
And then actually after that one, you don't have to spam, Abhishek, is KGF.
KGF.
So it's coming.
That's correct.
It's coming.
Actually, no. After that, we're watching.
We're looking at our calendar here. Sorry, we have a big calendar.
After 3 Idiots, we're gonna watch Jersey.
Oh, Jersey, yes.
And Jersey, because we saw what Jersey was about, and it just that's our jam.
We saw the trailer. We're like, wow, that's the kind of movie we love.
It's about a man who quits his dream of cricket for whatever reason, and then it doesn't come back to him until I think it's his son wants to be a cricket player as well. Mm-hmm, there's a lot there that we can relate to.
He goes back to cricket because his son wants to do it, and he kind of helps his son. And that's like the movies we love to see as a family. So we will be seeing, so like I said, Sardar Udham, then we'll be seeing Jersey, and then actually 3 Idiots and Jersey simultaneously. Not at the same time, but during that time. And then KGF will come next, and then we have a lot of other exciting ones to watch.
Correct.
But yeah,
KGF will come after that. Probably we're looking at March for KGF, it looks like. And ideally,
we'll be watching Batman in theaters, hopefully.
That'll be early March. Yep, we'll watch that. We'll do a review, share that with you all.
Yeah.
What else did we not say? I think that's it. And then if you're on our Patreon page, you'll get a little bit more.
Yeah, we have other things, trailers and stuff we watch on there.
And songs that we'll post on there. And some of our creative stuff will also go on Patreon first, and then our creative channel. And hopefully some of you that are interested in that will already be there, and you'll just be all caught up, which is great.
Yes, and that's why we wanted to see KGF in March, because that would prepare us for April for the release of the second part.
Which is actually wonderful, because then we'll have a chance. Hopefully we'll see RRR, then we'll see Roddy Shyam.
Yes.
All in theaters, which would be the first. So RRR hopefully will be the first movie, Indian cinema, that we watch in the theaters. And then we'll go to Roddy Shyam, depending on the dates. And then ideally, hopefully, God willing, we'll be ready for KGF in April. I mean, that's exciting.
Yeah,
that is a really exciting slate of films to watch.
Yeah.
My goodness. And some of you may be like, why so long? Why are you waiting so long?
Yeah.
again, to remind you, we're a family of creatives. We're a family of actors and artists, and we can only watch for so long.
Yeah.
The 5 of us, we get restless. We feel this, the inspiration we get from movies, we have to stand up and make something with it. We have to pick up our pens, grab our laptops, write, create, and make it happen. Mm-hmm. So in between these films, we will be pouring our hearts into our art and putting it out. Yeah. Creating things that we can share with you that hopefully will inspire you as well. But we just weren't made to just watch.
Yeah.
Not the 5 of us. Mm-hmm. And so that's why there's a pace. Yes, correct.
And we also like to digest. By digest, I mean we really like to reflect on what we watch, talk about it together. You know, it really, we live with a movie in our minds for a while after we watch it, you know, because we really immerse ourselves in it. So PK is another one. It's coming as well later on this year. It's on our list.
Yes, and Baby Mario Brother, I just saw the question for the first time. Forgive me. We are the ones moderating our live, but yes. We weren't ignoring your first time asking. Did we watch any of the Sundance movies? No, not yet. Mainly, we didn't know it was virtual this year. Did not have a clue about that. But I have a feeling that if any of those Sundance movies have been tapped for SAG Awards potentially, then I will be watching those. We will be watching those. And so in that context, we will have seen Sundance movies, I think. I don't know if, and now maybe you can tell us if you know, if any of the Sundance movies became nominated for Golden Globes or acting accolades or something of the sort. But that's as close as we'll get to the Sundance movies as far as we can tell. Yes. So
do you guys have any questions or anything? We talked about Dangal and King Richard. Just because it spoke to us and we really remembered Dangal and how great that was.
Yes.
We talked about Mare of Eastown and some of the shows we've been seeing. I'm dying to see This Is Us because I'm behind.
That's right.
Yesterday, I missed it.
Oh, we need to watch that. I don't know that we'll sleep tonight.
Yes. And to be honest with you, we have like the US like content and stuff. Like when it comes out, we're on it. Anything Marvel or DC, like we're gonna be on that as soon as it comes out and when it's in theaters. Our Indian content, we have pages and pages and pages of a list we've been keeping from all of the recommendations. So if it seems like we're not getting to the one you want us to see, it's because we have literally, like I can even show you how long the list is. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's really a beautiful problem to have. These are the kind of problems you want to have, is too much to go through, you know?
This is our list. Page 1. This is our list of Indian films. List 2. Where else? Look. And then right here.
And then you think it's over.
Then you think it's done.
But it's not.
Then we have some stuff up here. And then we have like this packet of all these descriptions and videos.
And then
that you guys want to see.
Yeah. So, and from You Now, we got a new list.
And from
our You Now lives, we started to add even more.
From our You Now list. Let me show you this one. This is
just in the last week.
We do listen to you guys, I promise.
And there's people sending even more.
Look.
We'll do what we can.
All of these are movies and shows that people recommended on You Now as well. So we listen, I promise. We just don't have enough hours in our day to do it all fast, but we will get to a lot of them. You know? It's just,
I think something that I've thought about, and this is just a thought. This is not a plan. This is not a change that is on the books to be made. We really want to explore learning OBS, or maybe doing a live where maybe some of you come in and we time watching the movie at the same time.
Yeah.
And then we can talk about it. We can pause and talk about it. Maybe that's something we can try, because it's very difficult. It's very difficult to try to edit all of that in a more efficient manner where we're getting more out. So we really are trying to focus on quality versus quantity. So
also the films are not short.
Which we love.
We love long movies. We think that it's better because we get to really dive into the stories. But to edit 3+ hour movies,
Yeah, that takes,
you know, we have to break
time.
it up into parts, and it's just long. It's a lot of editing space and just downloading the material and all of that. So we'll get there. We'll get there.
One thing I can give you an idea of is, so you get a sampling of what it takes. Bahubali 1 and 2, when you put the whole time together, it took Matthew 4 days to edit. 4 days. And the reason is because we do respect the filmmakers. A lot of people are like, just leave the movie on there. No, we can't do that. They worked very hard to make that movie. And that's not only is it illegal, but it's a disrespect to the art.
Yeah.
They've spent time and effort, and they want you to be a consumer of their film and interact with it, and yes, spend money on it ideally. So no, we're not going to show the whole movie. So it has to be edited in a way so that we can show it on our channel. We
also may resort to watching a lot of these movies and maybe reviewing them, giving you our thoughts, maybe on a live, letting you know how we feel like right after we watch it.
Right.
Instead of like editing all of it. Correct. The way we have been.
Correct.
So we'll be selective as far as which ones we do that with. There may be even some that we watch and not record. Right. Just watch it to, experience it and take your advice on what to watch. And, we're listening. But let's see. Book of Boba Fett. So yes, we heard someone said that it started off slow, episode 1.
Well, a couple of people have said that.
A couple of people. And then episode 2 as well. They said if you can get past 2, you'll be great. That's not the reason we haven't watched it.
No,
we're going to be binging it this weekend. Yeah. Because we want to catch up with the world.
Oh, we're excited. We can. We have to wait, but we cannot wait.
I know, it's so good.
We have to wait because if you've seen any of our Star Wars reactions, I love Star Wars. But Matthew, that is his creative, like the spawn of his creativity. He was literally barely 3 years old, and Star Wars affected that child's spirit, and so yes, anything Star Wars, we're going to be on as soon as we possibly can.
Yeah, as soon as we can do it together.
I did see that the Baby Mario Brothers making a comment that there's multiple like group viewings are becoming popular on Twitch. So unfortunately, we're not on Twitch. And I don't perceive us getting on Twitch anytime soon, mainly because it's yet another platform that we'd have to learn how to master. And we've been told we don't know enough about Twitch in terms of how saturated it is. Is it really? We wouldn't go on there just to do group viewings either. I think it's more about, like what Jenny is saying, we could do live reactions on here or send you all a little bit more of an exclusive look as we watch, maybe on our on our Patreon page. So we'll find a way to share this with you guys as soon as we can.
Yeah.
But and some people are asking about Indian songs. We have done Indian songs. They're on our Patreon page.
Yeah,
you can see a lot of those there. And quite frankly, the reason for that is it's just very easy to get blocked on here for music, and we don't want anyone having to deal with that. Especially, we don't want to spend the time editing it and then we can't even put it up.
Yeah.
Because they block it. So no. So Patreon is where we have some of the music in there for you to watch and enjoy our reaction and all that stuff. If that's something that interests you, you can see in the description below how you can sign up to see some of those. And a quick comment about Patreon. So Patreon, for anyone listening to this or rewatch, maybe you're going to watch this afterward. Let me explain with all my heart what Patreon is for us. It's really the place where our fans, you guys, have a choice to show a commitment to supporting our creative endeavors, our slow but steady transition to do YouTube full time. It's just you showing your love for what we do in a way that is truly potentially life-changing for us, but to no obligation. I think you've heard Dwayne the Rock Johnson say it. Anybody that's in the movies will say it. We depend on our fans. If you all don't show up to buy tickets, we can't. What's the point? So Patreon is like our little theater. It's where we ask you, hey, maybe buy some tickets, show support to our craft. And if you can, man, truly, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And if you can't, that's okay. That's why YouTube is so wonderful, because you can still see some of our content that is at no cost. Yeah. And it all means so much to us. All right, enough of that. Let's see some of the comments. What am I?
So
what
you
am I
guys,
missing
we
here?
also want to invite you guys to, if you're not on you now, excuse me, some of you are. I recognize some of you.
Right.
Like David and Jason and Zach, and a lot of you guys are here actually, which is so cool.
Really, really cool, yeah.
But we do invite you to our game night, Friday night. We've been doing it for 2 weeks now, and it's super fun. So I'll put it on here. Now, and you look for, it's not a period. Now. It's an app.
Mm-hmm.
And you just look for MaJeliv, right?
Yep. Just look for our name, MaJeliv. And then Friday night, we're going to be playing. So last Friday, and we'll probably bring this game back because it was such a hit. We played Can You Guess That Movie or TV Show just by listening to the music?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we gave you a piece of music, and then you had to guess movie title or TV show title. It was so much fun. In fact, the champion of that night is here with us today. Jason, I'm putting you on the spot, man.
Jason.
If you can, everyone, just the little emoji, just put your hands up to one of these for Jason for being the current reigning champion of our Name That Movie or TV Show.
Yes. Hi, Gabriel. Jason's coughing.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
And on Friday night, this Friday, we're going to be doing video games. So get ready for that. We're going to do, can you guess that video game?
And we're going to try out Kahoot. Some of you recommended to try Kahoot.
I didn't know we were doing that this Friday.
So I'm going to create a small one just to test it out.
Anthony had 1 point in the trivia. Sorry, it's just funny. Okay. That was funny.
So I'll be trying out a Kahoot with that platform to see how it goes, but we'll have something else planned as well.
Right.
In case it doesn't.
So Anoop, you made a comment about the TV series C on Apple Plus. Yes, Apple TV Plus.
I have seen the C picture.
I really want to see that. I think Jenny's been a little skeptical because some of the subject matter, it is a bit heavy. And there's certain elements of it that
Can I see
that do make no.
Okay. Just checking.
There's some elements of that show that make her a little anxious. So we'll probably watch it. I think eventually we will watch C. We're Jason Momoa fans indeed. Yeah. So we're just waiting to support that.
And thank you, Sajan, for the support. Thank you, all of you. We've been reading your comments, and we really appreciate your kind words and your support on here. Mm-hmm. We just wanted to come in and say hi, check in, let you guys know what's going on. Sometimes we feel like we go really quiet on our channel, and we want you guys to kind of be in the loop as to why. It's for a lot of good reasons. If we're honest, during COVID, we had a lot of, a big null of like no work for a very long time. So our prayers are being answered slowly but surely. And yeah, so we're really trying to do both now. We're trying to run our YouTube channel stuff, but also welcome all the work that's starting to trickle in, like auditioning and things like that. So, So yeah, just thank you for your patience. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for always showing up, even after long times when, we haven't been on here, if I'm making sense. I think, did that even make sense? Long periods of time where we're not posting.
I think they knew what you meant by that. It's all good. I think that we're also moderating the chat, and we're getting rid of stuff.
We need to find a moderator. We will.
Eventually these are the things that will come into fruition later.
But I don't like if we say, oh, we've been so busy.
I know that's such a.
I hate that.
Right. Like we're giving you some context to what that means.
It doesn't just mean, oh, we're busy, like doing our nails and, going out to the mall. No, we're busy trying to, steer the ship. It's a lot. It's a lot of juggling.
Oh my gosh,
it's exciting. It's good. But again, we don't have a regular schedule every day. Every week looks different.
Correct.
So.
Yep, indeed. thank you for those of you that are helping us keep the chat clean. We really do appreciate that so much. And we wish a lot of you in your endeavors the best of luck. Look, honestly, we don't do luck. We do prayers. We pray for you. So Atmik, I think I hope I'm saying that right. Atmik, thank you for sharing with us that you have this CFA exam. We'll keep that in our prayers.
Yes, good luck on
for
that.
Sure.
And prayers, I meant.
Yes.
You know what I mean.
See how we're trained to talk a certain way? Isn't that annoying?
Well, we wish you the best on your exam.
We do, yes. Wholeheartedly. And for those of you that have just been so supportive all through the years and still here with us now, we really are so grateful. And we're really hoping to continue growing. I think, Jenny, you really touched on something that I want to put into deeper context. The reason we do rejoice when busy comes, and it's also difficult when busy comes, is because truly 2020 and into 2021, there was a lot of fatigue on so many levels: mental health, spiritual health, physical health, obviously. And there was no work. Yeah. I'm telling you all, there was no work in this household. And there were a lot of angels that helped us get through. And so the least we could do coming out of that is, yes, grow our channel and pray and work hard to get more work and show gratitude for all of that. But we have to live life differently. Yeah. And so when we present ourselves here, we want you to see what we are, what our struggles are, and what our triumphs are, and our creativity. So that's all. That's how you're seeing more of, and you're going to see it in the shapes of our new channel, and we're going to do more of these lives to connect with you all a little bit more. Yeah. Good morning and namaste. Some people are saying, indeed. Yes. Good morning. And
so yes, it would be good. Future moderators, I agree with that. We will have some. Yes. But today we were just like, you know what? Yes, we have to go. Drive to pick up Matthew really soon. Yes, it's late. We have to get to bed soon, but we really wanted to get on here and just kind of make a presence for you guys. Yep. Know that we appreciate you. We are late to this new year. Not late. We're going to say right on time. Right. But we are presenting our well wishes for this new year. We hope that anyone who's been going through a hard time can just find a place to find joy and peace and, a place to kind of come together and share with one another. So yes. Thank you for being a part of our MaJeliv family. Thank you for coming tonight. Thank you for watching, even if it's after this, a replay. Just thank you.
And if you have any questions right now that you've been wanting to ask us.
Yeah, we have a few minutes, right? Before you have to go.
Just a few, yep.
Like 5 minutes.
Let's do 5 minutes of a Q&A. If it's anything about watching movies, Indian cinema specifically, we have posted our queue for up until March
on our
community tab. So please revisit that so you can see what movies are coming. We are definitely excited about that queue. So we're going to tend to that list first and then continue on. Earlier in this live, we showed some of the list. Yeah. But any other question, ask us. And if we can answer it, we will. We have 5 minutes. So let's see what's up here.
Okay. So David, no, we can't. It's going really well. We can't share anything.
He's working and we're grateful for that.
That's kind of the rules of the, how this works. Like we can't really say anything when it's happening, but we will be sure to let you guys know of any new things coming out where you could find the MaJeliv crew. So.
I want to read this comment from Atmik. Atmik. I'll try it. Sharma. I can say Mr. Sharma or Mrs. I'm sorry, Sharma. The reason why I like your channel is that at times of COVID, I was away from my family, but it felt good, watching a family reacting and talking. Yeah, it was good. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful words. That's the least we could hope for. That what we're doing is giving a sense of family through such difficult times, and the world is just shifting and changing, and our children are living history in the making, and so it's heavy. It could be a lot of heaviness, so we try to bring as much joy and happiness as we can, and just authenticity. So we're just grateful. We're still working on being able to do all that well, but thank you indeed. All right, next question.
I think it's
what are the stories? I think yes, baby Mario brother, right? Because you already answered this one.
Yes.
What are you want to read it? Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'll read it to you and you answer.
Okay.
What are the stories, any medium, that made you want to be a better storyteller?
Do you have an answer? I have one, but you first, please.
No, I can't think of one yet.
Baby Mario Brother. For me, I was in 5th grade, and my 5th grade teacher brought in an old 16 millimeter. You can tell it's late. Pardon my fumbling. He'd bring in a 16 millimeter projector, and he'd show us all these films of, I don't remember the stories per se. I would tell you the main story there is my 5th grade teacher's love for film. And film, like literally film. And the sound, I would sit here and he would put that machine pretty close to my right ear. And I would watch these movies. They were educational movies at times. I think we saw Rip Van Winkle, which is like a tall tale here in the States. I saw one on Paul Bunyan. And they were all on 16 millimeter film. It left a mark. I think that's maybe where the seed was planted on what film was, the magic of that sound. And then I have a bunch of other examples that continue to inspire me. The big one for me is Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings, first as a VHS, I saw it. I wasn't sure what Lord of the Rings was. And then I saw the film in 2001 and everything changed. Everything changed for me. And how about you?
Well, I actually am more along the lines of like children's books and that kind of storytelling. And also like self-reflections and blogs type of thing. But for me, it was in college. I did a children's lit class, and Kate DiCamillo was like the first one, the miraculous journey of Edward Tulane. That story was beautiful. And then Tale of Despero, and then Kevin Hanks. I love his stories.
Yes,
he's a great children's author. So
that was a beautiful period of time.
He inspired me. So
that was a beautiful period of time. I loved seeing you receive all these great children's stories.
Yes,
that was very inspiring.
It ignited me. Like it really. Every time I'd walk into Barnes and Noble, I just knew that I wanted to do that, and I still do. I think sometimes I turn off that. Not anymore, because we're kind of really trying to go for these things. But I kind of would turn that off every once in a while. But I would go into a bookstore and it would just like boil up inside of me, that excitement. So they really inspired me. So, and then also Harry Potter.
There it is. I was hoping you would say that one. That's my
final. Like I love Harry Potter.
I was hoping you would say that one. And it was. I think it was the audiobook that got you. Oh no, the film brought you to the audiobooks.
Yes, the film. Because I didn't read the books. I didn't really see the big deal. But when I saw the films, I needed to read. So, what is this?
Oh, man. Someone is just being so stupid.
Yeah, so sad.
I have nothing better to do in this life.
Jose. Sorry, guys. I'm looking really quickly. Better storyteller. How did you know when you knew you wanted to be an actor? How old were you? And then I see Josh is a lot of people's favorites. We love Joshy too.
Yeah.
We don't have favorites in this family, but we appreciate the support. So go ahead. How old are you?
We have a whole heart for each kid.
Yes.
But actually, I do have a favorite.
Go ahead.
You are my favorite. She's my favorite.
You're only allowed to say me because you can't pick between.
No, that's the truth. You're my favorite. The three of them have my heart equally. That's very possible. That's the beauty of the human heart. Okay.
And really quickly for Rashad, before you answer that.
Go ahead. No, it's okay.
The community post, if you click on our channel, you'll see like videos, playlists. You'll see like all the categories.
The different tabs. Yep.
Click on community and it'll open up that page where you could see the things that we post there.
Correct.
Go ahead. How old were you?
And just in case, we'll try to repost that cue again soon. Okay. And the question was, what was the question about?
How old were you when you knew you wanted to be an actor?
Oh, really? Can you go back?
How old were you when you knew you wanted to be an actor? Jason.
I was in high school. So I was 17. I was 17 when I knew that but I didn't have the courage to declare it. Get this. I didn't declare that I was an actor or that I didn't declare it until I was 28 years old. Yes. And I think that's because I waited until I was working as an actor, which is not what you should do. I should have declared it at 17, and I probably would have started working far sooner. But that's the power of our self-talk, my friends. It really is. It does make a difference.
That's the message for today.
Yes.
Positive self-talk and believing in the dreams that you set for yourself and talking yourself beautiful, positive things. We are our biggest enemies if we're not careful.
I think that's Michael Jordan said that. You're our greatest opponent. Your greatest opponent is you. Yeah. I mean, you clearly.
Kidding.
Clearly.
No. Okay, I'm trying to go quick because we got to go. Sorry, Mrs. MaJeliv, so I'm guessing that's me. Do you find it hard to be a manager, mom? Or do you think there are any big differences between related to your clients? Okay. I love being a momager. And I think it's because they're my kids.
But that's a great question, because sometimes that line is pretty blurred as to when you're being professional and when you're being mom. And they sometimes can't figure that out because they're still learning how to navigate that. That's a great question, Zach. Wow.
Yeah, I think it's just learning how to give them the space for them to learn how to fend for themselves, how to gain that independence, how to make mistakes. I think it's just being there for them as their cheerleader, but also knowing how to step back and kind of help guide them through everything.
Right.
So that when they have to go on set by themselves, they're equipped to do that. They also have to learn to advocate for themselves and speak up for themselves and ask questions when they need to. And so it's been a beautiful journey to be able to do that.
I almost want to...
about that. I love that.
I just remembered a great story I heard on one of my favorite sets. I won't say which one because I want to respect the story of the actor and the actor's family that I worked with. But one of the things that I was taken aback by, really inspired by, I should say, is that the mom of this actor was also the manager, but mostly their life mentor, where they taught them life skills that transferred into the professional setting. For example, the actor described to me how shocked a lot of crew, so crew are the people that work behind the camera in TV and film. A lot of crew were shocked that this actor always remembered to hang up their clothes after they were done for the day. They would put their clothes, and by their clothes, I mean their costume. They would hang up their costume and they'd hang it up so that the costume department would come in and all they have to do is take it off the rack, right? Well, the crew was relatively shocked because it's just not common. Most actors, or I shouldn't say most, a lot of actors, perhaps is better said, just kind of leave the clothes anywhere.
Yeah.
You pick it up. That's your job. Yeah. You're the costume person. You pick up my costume. Not this actor. And this actor specifically told me it's because of what their mom told them and taught them all through life. Doesn't matter how big you get. Doesn't matter what number you are on the call sheet. You better pick up your clothes. And she told him, last I checked, your mama don't work here and your mama doesn't even pick up your clothes. So show some respect to the people and pick up your clothes. So I love that you have found a way to navigate this world of momager, as you say, but you're really, I'm watching you become more of their mentor in a life skills sort of way. And it's making them not just better actors, better professionals, but they're becoming better humans because you're quite the human.
Thank you. And I also think they've been able to watch you and have learned also, they've been guided by your experience as well. So I think they're just, I'd like to say blessed in that way, that through your story and your initial start to this, we've been able to learn how things go so that when our kids are there, it's not so, we don't have to learn things the hard way.
Right. So that's the end of that question.
And I think we're wrapping up.
Yeah. Before we do, and people are still asking about the community post. So the community post, again, if you go to our channel.
I'm going to go to our channel really quick.
Our channel will have a tab, like it says videos, playlists. One of those tabs is community. So what you want to do there is click on that and you should see our queue. There's a poll, actually. We've created a poll for it and you could see what that is.
So if you see our channel here, I mean, you kind of see the shape of it. But you're going to see a bunch of white titles here. One of those, it'll say home video. You have to click on our channel, on our main logo.
I don't know how you get to the community.
No, it's okay. Not on the phone. You have to use your computer.
Probably.
But you have to click, when you look up MaJeliv, you're going to see some of our videos. You want to click on the MaJeliv tab of our channel to go to our channel. Once you get there, you'll see the categories.
Right.
You can't just look for MaJeliv on the search. You have to actually go to see if you see the list of all our videos. You have to click on the circle one. That's MaJeliv. And then that'll take you to where the tabs are, which is right here.
But is community on there?
Well, it's on the phone.
Well, and you won't see there because it's you too.
Right.
So do your best to find it. We will do our best to announce it yet again.
Yes.
What I'm going to do right now, really quick, before we sign off, is give you the cue here as we have it. Ready? Give me a second. We're going to find it.
We'll find
Any second. Also, hablemos rapidito en español porque se nos olvidó GarageBand Songs, perdone. ¿Por qué no hemos visto Boba Fett? Porque la sincera verdad es que hemos estado bien ocupados, pero sobre todo cuando salió el show, estuvo familia por aquí, no tuvimos el espacio, digámoslo así, o el tiempo para poder sentarnos y hacer solamente la reacción al show. Entonces estuvimos un poco atrasados. Pero ahora estamos alcanzando.
Pero vamos a ver Boba Fett este fin de semana y ponernos al día.
Okay.
You found it?
Yes. So I'm going to say, again, the order is...
Sorry, we're speaking Spanish for our Spanish viewers.
Yes.
Someone put a question mark.
Correct. All right, friends. So the cue, ready? It's on live now. The cue for Indian cinema coming up. First is Sardar Udham. Then Three Idiots. Then... Oh, I see here. We said KGF Chapter 1, but we're switching that. We're going to do Jersey first, then KGF.
Yeah.
Okay? Just like that. Jersey first, then KGF. And those two will probably be pretty close together, we're hoping. Hopefully, there won't be so much space between those. Okay? So again, Sardar Udham, then Three Idiots, then Jersey, then KGF. Of course, Chapter 1. And hopefully that will be before April when the second part comes out. All right? That's in the community tab. And I think that puts us right where we need to be.
And thank you. I believe it was Jason that helped us moderate and delete some nonsense from here. So I appreciate
Thank you for that, Jason. And I think a few other people tried to as well. So we appreciate it. That's
thank you guys
the best
for
we could do to keep this space safe. And I mean, YouTube is obviously the largest platform for this stuff, and it's going to be nearly impossible, but it's always good to try to keep things in check, keep those nonsense makers out, those trash makers. You guys are awesome. All right. Akando, I think we added that one to our list. So Shugu, we have that on our list. So thank you. That's good. All right. I think that's it, my friends. De verdad que muchísimas gracias por estar con nosotros un ratico. We certainly hope that this was an update you needed to hear. We shared some thoughts tonight on some of these movies, King Richard and the TV show Mare of Eastown, the film House of Gucci, and of course Dangal, where we compared it to King Richard. And we hopefully showed you a little bit more about us and what's coming, the great changes that are coming. Yes?
Yes.
Any other closing thoughts, my love?
No. GarageBand's asking our names. So I am Jenny.
And I'm Jose.
This is
Jose.
So it is very nice talking with you all. Have a wonderful day or night.
Yes.
Keep spreading your light, and we will see you guys next time. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. Share this video. Our lives are a little bit more intimate, and sometimes people overlook them. But if you feel like they carry more than just movie talk, and you want to help us spread the light, share this video. Like it as often as you can, and just help us do what we can to keep hope in this beautifully crazy world.
Yes.
All right. To all of you, we'll be praying for those things that you shared. And once again, thank you. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches. God bless everyone.
God bless you guys.
Have a good night.
Good night. Thank you.
See you next time.